Guys, he don't messed around and made it personal, man. He messed around and made it personal. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Let me see if my audio is right. Testing. Okay, yeah. Guys, he messed around and made it personal, man. It's personal. This game's supposed to be the Rocky Mountain Showdown, Colorado versus Colorado State. It was a game, I must admit, before the coach said what he said, um, the game, it still was exciting. I mean, if you following the Buffaloes, you want to see what they're going to do, right? So I was up for that game anyway. Let me just make sure. I was up for the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a game that I'm up for all the games. But maybe a lot of people wasn't interested in this game because they were giving the Buffaloes a huge point spread. And it's funny, on Twitter, they started trending on Twitter saying that they're gonna beat this team now that Coach Norvell said what he said. They're gonna beat this team by 90. They said the score is gonna be about 90-0. And now I had said before, the Buffaloes, it's not that they weren't motivated to play this team, but now they got extra motivation thanks to the coach. But I go back and say, my question is, do State have a chance to win this game here? Because it's some mental stuff being played here. He said what he said for a reason. Now, it's either someone motivated him to say this, or he just took it upon himself to say it. I think the latter part. I think he took it upon himself to say it. But it was he has some motivation behind it, hoping that he can somehow get them off their game. Because let me tell you, when you come out extra aggressive and you motivated to beat somebody, and if let's say if you slip just a little bit, things could happen because the other team, they don't have nothing to lose, man. They can just go out, take chances, and do what they got to do. Any given Saturday, anything could happen. But do you think they have a chance here? I don't know. The Buffaloes are too strong. I go by matchups. We have the best quarterback. Out of the two, I'm going with Shador, hands down. And that's the first thing you need in this recipe. You got to have a quarterback. Everything starts with the quarterback. Then you have the quarterback. And then the most important thing is the offensive line. The offensive line is more than capable of protecting Shador this game. In fact, they probably I just heard an interview with Tank. He said this is the perfect opportunity for them to establish this running game and work on their running game. So, all right. So we had the offensive line, and we have a running game. So that's just that's a fact. And Dylan Edwards has been doing well. We got Hankerson out there. Cavarcier Smoke, and Savion Wilkerson. So we got a running game. Alton McCaskill, that's a question mark. I don't know if he's going to start this game, but if he do, it's going to be dangerous. If he start this game, he can have a career game just off this one game, and that'll do a lot for him. But I don't know if they're going to just save him for Oregon and USC. We're going to have to I'm going to give my thoughts on those two teams. As I like to take it week by week. But right now it's State. You got to focus on State. It's easy to say, you know what, we're going to beat this team. It's not a problem. This team is going to be a walk in the park. That's going to be a mistake if they have that mentality. I remember Coach Prime gave an example with Buster Douglas going against Mike Tyson. Now, there's a slight little something else to that story, though. But he was saying to the team, this was before they took on Nebraska. He was talking about how Buster Douglas, nobody gave him a shot. He's correct. No one gave Buster Douglas a shot. against Mike Tyson. In fact, that fight was supposed to be just a warm up for another fight. And what happened was nobody gave him a shot, just like they didn't give Ali a shot against George Foreman, even though he told the world how you could beat Foreman. He said it picture perfectly how you're going to beat him, because Foreman come in aggressive. Foreman comes in aggressive, and all you got to do is get him tired. And then, utilize your jab and keep your distance until you get to about the 6th or 7th round. And then you start whooping on him. And he did just that. And now Buster Douglas, no one gave him a shot. This is supposed to be a tune-up fight. But his mother told him that, I think you can beat Mike. She told him this, but his mother passed away before the fight. So he was operating on emotions and spirit, because in his mind, his mother was right there in that ring with him. So he was operating on spirit, and he just went out and he got knocked down. Now that's where a twist comes to the story. Now, I'm not making no excuses for Mike Tyson, but if you go back and watch that fight, now, besides college football, my main sport is boxing. I used to box when I was younger until my mother made me stop. And I'm kind of glad she made me stop now, but she didn't want me to, in my later years, to talk like I'm punch drunk. And for those that don't know what punch drunk is, that's CTE. That's a form of CTE. But in boxing, they call it you being punch drunk. So, Mike Tyson, it's a tune-up fight. So Buster Douglas, they were fighting, and he got knocked down. He got knocked clear out. In fact, if you go look at the fight, as soon as he get knocked down, the count starts. Now, the referee, this is how it works. When you get knocked down, the ring judge is starting to count. So, and that gives the referee time to get the other man in the neutral corner. When the ref picked up the count, he picked it up late. He picked it up late by by 2 seconds. He picked it up late. You can clearly see it. So when he started counting, there was a delay. And if you just count yourself, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, if you count yourself, Buster Douglas didn't get up on the 10 count. Mike won that fight. He won the fight. However, the rest is history. They didn't see it, right? They missed it. Douglas got up again. He didn't quit, and he came in. He beat Mike Tyson. That's what happened. But if the referee had picked up the count where he was supposed to, Douglas wouldn't have got up on the 10. But we can't go by that because you can't change history, but you can go back and look at it for yourself. But he went up, he got up and beat Mike Tyson. He beat him because nobody gave him a shot. He gave himself a shot. He was working on the spirit, and that's how he beat him. Now, I'm applying this to Colorado State. If they go in there, it's the same thing we've been saying about the Buffaloes. If they go fight Oregon or USC, I'm telling you right now, nobody is giving the Buffaloes a shot against Oregon or USC. They're not. They're not giving them a shot. I'm listening to what these experts are saying. Wait till you see the point spread against Oregon and USC. It's going to be crazy. They're not giving it, and you're going to have a good opportunity to make some money on that game. And I'll get to that in a second. But for this game, it's in the reverse. No one is giving Colorado State a shot. But I'm telling you, if all those guys on the field, if they go in with the mentality that I don't care, and I'm going to sit up here and we're going to have a dog fight for into the final whistle blow, then this thing could be different. It could go either way. But if I'm a betting man, I don't think that's going to happen. The Buffalo, see, the reason why I don't think that's going to happen, because Coach Norvell messed his team up by doing what he was doing, by saying what he was saying, how silly it was. What he did was silly. He messed his team up by being silly. If he hadn't have done that, then he probably would have gave him a shot if they had that mentality. But no, the Buffaloes is using that as fuel right now. They're using it as fuel, and they're going to go in from the gate beating on them from the gate. This is what's going to happen from the gate. They're going to be extra motivated. And look, if the Buffaloes win the coin toss, they're going to give it to them first. I can already see it. They're going to give it to them first, and that defense is going to go ham on that offensive line. They're going to go ham on them. It's going to be a dogfight into the final whistle from what he said. Now, normally, teams will cut back a little bit, right? If you're blowing a team out by the end of the third quarter, you're going to probably run a little bit, put all your subs in, which they're going to still do. But they're still gonna air that ball out in the end zone. They're gonna try to really run the score up and really beat their spirit, because what he said was disrespectful, and it was no place for it. If I was on that Buffaloes team, and I'm on that what do you call it? Whether the defensive line or the offensive line, we fighting into the final whistle. Into the final whistle, I'm going 100%. You're supposed to do that every game, but I'm extra motivated to do it here. Extra motivated. And the motivation is to run the score up. I don't care if they win in 49-3. It's 3 seconds. It's 10 seconds left in the game. Air it out to the end zone and get another score. That's what he deserved for what he said. Because you see, I can go a little bit deeper on why he probably said it, but I'm not going to do that. But if this score get ran up, right, they beat them like 60-3 or something really crazy. If I was the athletic director, I'd fire him. I'll fire him right after the game. I'll make the announcement. I'm gonna tell you why. Your team is only good as the leader. The leader is the head coach. If the head coach is out of pocket, the rest of the team is going to be out of pocket. And I would say to him, what was your motivation for saying that? What was your motivation? I could see if it was like, oh, I don't like how he did the roster. I don't like how he did this. That I could see. I could say, okay, he's still hating, but everybody's saying that. The roster overhaul and everybody's saying that. But you remember how they was saying, what's the other team? Nebraska was hating and stuff, and the coach was being disrespectful. No, he wasn't. Not like this. That doesn't compare. You thought that game was personal? No, that game wasn't personal. This one is. This one is the one that's personal. This is the one that's personal, man. Because the coach has already established, I don't respect your coach. I don't respect him. I don't respect him at all. I don't respect him, and I don't respect his mother. That's what he said. He don't respect Coach Prime or his mother. That's how crazy that was. And I guarantee you, Coach Prime, he's a Leo, and he's a different kind of Leo. I know this because I'm born on August 8th. He's born on August 9th. We're different. We'll take time to unpack that. And we'll fester with it for a while. That's just our mentality. And we believe in an eye for an eye. I'm not speaking for him, but I'm a Leo. I believe in that. Eye for an eye. I do. I believe in an eye for an eye. I do. Especially if I didn't do anything to you. If I'm minding my business. See, and Coach Prime said, I was just minding my business. Going about the play, and here he come. But I could see if it was like some playful trash talk. This wasn't playful, though. It wasn't even playful trash talk. And I agree with what Shannon Sharp said. Shannon Sharp said, Nick Saban got some haters out there. He got some people that's envious of him, right? He's a successful coach. Dabo Sweetney, the same for him, right? but the coaches will never say it publicly. They will never say it. But for him to do that with Coach Prime, he just saying he don't respect him. You know, Coach Prime will probably be diplomatic after the game and shake his hand. I personally wouldn't shake his hand. I personally wouldn't. But you know, he'll be diplomatic. He's not like me. You know, he's a professional. He's not going to carry it there. I would though. I'm not shaking his hand. I don't acknowledge him as a coach. Y'all need to fire him because I don't acknowledge him. But you know, somebody said, well, he probably said it just to make it excitement for the game. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But that's some good trash talking right there. I don't mind trash talking, let me tell you. I think it makes the game more interesting now. The game is a late game. That you know, Travis and them gonna be extra motivated. I'm telling you, especially Shador. Shador is what you call a quiet riot. You ever heard the term, right? Still waters run deep. It's the quiet ones you got to worry about. There you go. He's quiet, and you got to worry about him because he is going to try to get even. Run that score. This is what it is. Operation run the score up. That's what it's supposed to be. Operation run the score up. It's supposed to be a lot of records set. You think he threw for 510 yards. I'm expecting him to throw for 600. Something crazy. But again, I'm still giving Colorado State a chance a little bit because you can't underestimate anybody, especially when somebody got a chip on their shoulder. You can't underestimate that. So, but the biggest chip on their shoulder is supposed to be the Buffaloes. They should have that biggest chip on their shoulder. They need to end this game by halftime. By halftime, this game should be pretty much done. And then, you know, by the mid third quarter, take Shador out the game. Just in case if you got some ignorant players out there that's trying to put waves on them. Take them out the game, take your starters out, and put your rest of your players in and continue to run the score up. You know? I have seen some scores that was just straight ridiculous. So this should be no different moving into the Oregon game. But the Rocky Mountain Showdown, it should be the Rocky Mountain Massacre. That's what should happen here. The Rocky Mountain Massacre. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a massacre. I'm looking for a massacre. That's what I'm looking for. You said they might get that 200 yards per wide receiver. Listen, if they do that, he gonna break some type of record. Oh, your birthday is 8/2? Okay, see? You already know. And you know, one thing about Leos, we're very giving people. We'll give the shirt off our back. And we're very protective. And like I said, if you ask us for money and we don't have it, we'll still give it to you. But we don't like to get messed with. We don't like to be messed with for no reason, especially with it's unprovoked, you know. And this one was unprovoked. But he got what he wanted. He got the excitement for the game. All eyes are going to be on Colorado State. Okay, State has all eyes on him right now, so he was successful in that. But did he hurt his team though? I think so. I think so. If I was the captain on that team, I'll say, Coach, what you doing? What you doing, Coach? This team don't need no motivation. They don't. They don't need no motivation that they already have. They already have motivation. You know, because people are already down in them too. So that we're in the same boat. That's what he should have did. Like, hey, I can't wait to pay Coach Prime. We're in the same boat. They're in the same boat. But I want to go a little bit deeper, but I'm not. I'm not. But they're in the same boat because nobody giving them a shot. Nobody expected the Buffaloes, these experts, for them to be 2-0. And they're already throwing shade on them, saying that they haven't played a good team yet. Wait till Oregon. That's what they're saying. Wait till Oregon, okay? And wait till USC. That's what they're saying. So, like, never mind the game against TCU, right? That's not the same team. Well, that team still ran up the score. So, but they haven't played a good team yet. Nebraska's not a walk in the park either. They're not. It's just that they're in a rebuilding process like we are. And but they're no walk in the park. It's just their quarterback kept fumbling. That hurt them too. But yeah, but this game should be a walk in the park. It should. But like I said, we'll just wait and see what happens. But man, I like how Coach Prime brought the whole team shades, promoting his brand. You know, he used it as a business opportunity. But you listen, you know when the coin toss, when the captains come out, when Travis, Shador, and Shane Cokes come out, I'll be wearing shades. Right there. I'll put my shades on. Right there, I'll have my shades on. And I think if I were offensive lineman, that game I'll wear my war paint. My face will be all painted up. I'll be looking crazy out there. I'm like, yeah, the man in front of me, I'm going to assault you for the whole game. You're going to get assaulted the whole game legally. Legally, you're going to get, I'm going to put hands on you. I'm going to hit your helmet. I'm going to face palm your helmet. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to you. Yes, indeed. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. And yeah, and force you to get some penalties because you're going to be taking out your game. Oh, yeah. I expect if Colorado State come out like they're supposed to, I expect a few skirmishes in this game. At least 3. At least 3. This is personal. He's right about it. It is. So if the players are backing up their coach, like, yeah, man, he's sitting up there wearing shades. Oh, Hollywood over there. If they got that mentality, it got to be a few skirmishes. I already knew Nebraska wasn't built for it. When Shador put the watch in the dude's face, he should have smacked his hand. It should have been a fight right there, but it wasn't. It should have been a fight, but not a fight, a skirmish. It should have been a skirmish right there. But the guy just kept standing there. No. You're supposed to grab him by his jersey and shake him up. It's supposed to be a skirmish. And then the rest of the team see that, then y'all fired up. They weren't fired up enough. They were not. No, you're not going to put your watch in my face. You're not going to do it. You're going to get yoked up. And then that'll give Shador guys the opportunity to come over there. Then it'll been a little skirmish before that game. That's why I like college football. You know, like the rivalries and the intensity, the fans, the bands. I love it all, man. Yes, indeed. Even Travis said it. He said, hey, you put that watch in my face, your arm would have got smacked. Then it would have been a skirmish, you know. So, but this game, it got to be at least 3. Got to be at least 3 skirmishes throughout the game. It has to. There's going to be some late hits, all types of stuff. Oh yeah, late hits, everything. But you know the referees have to be there to regulate it. The refs has to be there to regulate that. Yes, indeed. Okay, you don't put a late hit on my quarterback. Now I'm putting late hit on yours. That's old school stuff right there. I don't want them to play like that, but what the coach said, he's already established the fact that he's not respecting our coach. He's already established that. So remember, the head coach is the head of the team. That means the rest of the team ain't got no respect either. It has to be that way. It has to be. He probably in his locker room saying, we don't respect him. We don't respect this team. Go out there and show it. You know? And the Buffaloes you already know they're going to answer to the call. They're going to answer to it. That's why I say it's going to be a few skirmishes. And may the best man win. But may they run up the score. May they run up the score. Now, If it's a close game, yeah, that's gonna be crazy right there. See, I always like a good game like that, but I don't want this game to be close. I don't. I don't want this game to be close. I want to see a blowout. Hmm. I wish I could call a game, but they'd be copyrighting. I don't want. I wish I would. I'm like, we need a blowout. The very first play of the game, I need him to air that ball out. The very first play. I want you to line up. How they do it? They line up 3 wide receivers on one side and one on the other. Have Dylan line up in the shotgun. Have Dylan or whoever you have ready to block for you. Or if the block is not there, have him go out into the flat just in case. You could dump it off to him just in case, but air that ball out. Yes, air it out. Air it out. So that's how I would do it. You said, yeah, I'll do all types of, yeah. We used to do that too. Knock over the other teams, find out where their water at and knock it over when you running out of bounds. Or if the quarterback, you know how the quarterback is running out of bounds, I'm the safety, I'm gonna hit him out of bounds. I'll catch, depending on where we are on the field. If we're past the 50-yard line, I'm not gonna do that. But if it's like we're deep on our side, I can take that 15 yards. I'm gonna knock him out of the end zone. I'm gonna let them know that disrespect. We're gonna answer this. I'm not gonna play like that the whole game, But yeah, he gonna get knocked out of bounds. Absolutely. And then after the game, then we'll share our pleasantries. Hey man, good game. It was maybe we got another rivalry now, something like that. At the end of the game, you leave it on the field. You don't keep it personal. It's after the game is over. After the game is over, you just leave it on the field. But if I'm a defensive back or I'm a safety, I don't know. They're gonna have to play. I don't know if, like I said, they're gonna have to play zone or something. We have too many weapons. Now, here's my assessment on the wide receivers. I was listening to somebody give their assessment yesterday, a draft analyst or something like that. Well, here's my assessment. We have right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NFL wide receivers on the team right now. I know we do. At any given time, I know we do. Whether they get drafted in the first, second, third round, it doesn't matter. A lot of the NFL all-time greats did not go in the first round. So don't worry about if somebody's a first round pick or not. Matter of fact, let me do something real quick. Let me find out. Let me see where he got drafted. Okay, never mind. I gotta find somebody else. Let me see. Wide receiver. All right, let me see. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. All right. Wes Welker. He went undrafted in the 2004 NFL draft. He signed as an undrafted free agent with the San Diego Chargers. So there you go. Wes Welker, arguably one of the best route runners ever, he went undrafted. Wes Welker went undrafted. And there's a lot of other great wide receivers that went undrafted. I just don't have time to list them. They went undrafted. But I see something in Xavier Weaver, though. I see something. He remind me of somebody. I just can't remember who it is right now. All he needs is an opportunity on it. Trust me, I'm a Jets fan. If he need to quit the team right now and join the Jets, I'm all for it. Him and Shador. Come on to the Jets now. But that's how I feel about him. I don't know what I saw in him. I don't know what it was, but oh, and by the way, oh, Tom Brady was drafted where? So the draft stuff don't really bother me like where people get drafted. Because you gotta look at Tom Brady and Wes Welker. Tom Brady barely got drafted. But it's something that you see in him, and it's like Weaver, I see something in him. I see something in him. He hasn't peaked yet, and that's scary. He's a good route runner. He got good hands. He's gonna play on Sunday somewhere. What's his name? Travis Hunter. Obviously, he's gonna get his opportunity in the NFL. Jimmy Horn as well. He's because him and Xavier, they're almost the same wide receiver. He's gonna get his shot too. You can't see one thing you can't measure is the heart. I know he got it. I just know. I could tell by the way he talked. And I know that sounds crazy. I could tell by the way he talked. I know he got it. He just got to stay healthy. I know he got it. And he's only going to get better. They got a lot of NFL talent on this team, man. And that's what I'm saying. They do. You can't measure the heart. And then it's going to be a player we're not even talking about that's going to go on to be a star. That's usually how it works. It's going to be whoever's on that team we're not talking about. It could be Kavassier Smoke. He's going to go on and have a great career. I'm telling you. They have a lot of talent on this team. That's why people were sleeping on him. Oh, he got a bunch of players that couldn't make it on their team. That's not true. That's not true. And I'm glad we have these pages where people be breaking down these players, these YouTubers, because then they can't just set the narrative on us. They can't do that because we've been watching this team. We know how good they are. This team is really good, man. And I wouldn't want to play them. This is a team that if you have playoff aspirations and you want to protect your perfect record, this is a team that I do not want to play. I do not want to play these Buffaloes, man, because you know why? They're hungry. Every last player on that team is hungry. So I definitely wouldn't want to play them. This is a team I wouldn't want to play. They play hard. They play too hard. They play with not just playing hard. They play with too much emotion. This is a scary team. Tell you, man, this is a really scary team, man. I could see them going 5-0 out the gate. So they could win this game 3, right? That's 3-0. Oregon and USC. If they go 5-0, then the haters they're gonna say something. They're gonna have something to say about it. But I've already tuned them out because obviously they don't know what they're talking about. You know, they going on last year's record. You can't. It's a totally different ball game. And then, bro, I almost hit the floor when I heard this shit. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not calling nobody out. I'm not gonna say it. It's something I said about Shador. Let me tell you something right now. I've been watching football since the early 80s. This man is ready now. If he wanted to quit and come to the Jets, I'll take him now. I'll take him now. He's ready now. He's ready now. Why is he ready? The number one thing. He has vision. He has the vision to see the whole field. You know, remember Madden back in the day. I forget which Madden it was. When the quarterback dropped back and you can that toggle come on and you can see their vision. I think Joe Montana had the biggest vision. He has that type of vision. And also he can thread that needle and he's very accurate. He's ready now. He's definitely ready now. But he'll probably stay to his senior season because Travis is a sophomore. I could see him still playing with Travis again. I could see it. It's not like he's hurting for the money, so I could see him doing it. I understand a lot of attention is on Caleb Williams, and rightfully so. I can see it. He's good. I'm not a hater. That kid is good. And there's no guarantee he leaving this year. His dad said it's no guarantee. They already got money. He's enjoying himself in college. These players are smarter now. They're a lot smarter. And that's what I like about them. You know, a friend of mine played, he didn't play. He worked for he worked in the office for the Miami Dolphins about a few years ago. He don't work for them anymore. Um, he said that these players, there's levels to these players. He said some of these players have the attitude. He said some of these players, they just happen to play football really well, but it's not their life. And they'll take that contract and get as much money as they can and flip that money and to be done with the sport. A lot of players feel that way. So a lot of players, they're not looking to play 10, 15 years. They're not looking to do it. They know the dangers of the sport. They're looking to maximize on as much money as they can, get their business right, and leave. A lot of them. You're starting to see a lot of it started with Megatron. Remember Megatron, when he retired, he could have still played. He didn't want to. He already made his money. And he left. He left the game. He left the game in his prime. He could have still played, but he didn't. There's a few other players the same way. They just they retired. They just like, I'm done with it. And these new players, a lot of them, if you listen to they talk, they're really intelligent. Football is just something that they just happen to do well. But if they can maximize and make the most amount of money possible, they're done with the game. So we don't, I don't know where some of these players are. I don't know them, but he was telling me that. He said a lot of these players are like that. And they realize the gamble that they're taking playing this sport at the highest level. We saw it with, I'm not going to bring that up because I'm not going to there's movies made on it. I'm not going to bring it up here though about the trauma. I'm not going to bring that up, but shit, I would have that mentality too. I'll make as much money as I can, then I'll be done. These young people think differently. What's Coach Prime friend name? He just had a video today. He played with the Bears. What's his name? He came up to the Coach Prime. He said he came up to talk to the kids about financial literacy. He played for the Bears. I forget his name right now. Robert Fane. He just recently had a video, and he was saying how Americans, it's a trend going on that Americans don't want to work, and they're not trying to work for a company and retire when they're 70 and then get a 401k that may not be there. They're trying to figure out ways to flip their money right now. A lot of these young people think that way because the industry I'm in the science field. And the trend that's going on right now is the people it's hard to find young people out of college, right? To work in order to make a decent amount of money in my field, you got to be in the field at least 5 years. So the trend that we're having is they'll work for maybe 2 or 3 years and they're done. And here's another trend that's going on. They're not signing up for the 401k. We had a 401k meeting and they didn't want, they was like, yeah, at least come listen. They were like, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. I'm taking my extra money and I'm flipping it how I see to flip it. So that's a big trend that's going on. They're not trying to bust their ass and retire in their 70s and live a few good years off of whatever they can make. And what do you call it? Social Security might not even be there. So there's a trend going on right now in certain sectors. The science sector is one of them. It's major. If you like right now, I recently went and saw my doctor. If my doctor retire, even though I don't think he's retiring within the next 5 years, because he owned the building and stuff, he's there a few hours anyway. But it's gonna be hard to find another good doctor. It's a shortage. Um, and I think the government need to do something about that. They need to do is they need to forgive their student loans after a certain time. It's already like that now, but they need to cut that in half, at least 2 to 5 years. They need to forgive their student loans because there's a shortage of physicians right now, and it's a shortage of incoming scientists in my science field. They're just not trying to do it for the amount of money. These kids is not trying to come in the industry and you're only paying them $18 an hour. They're not trying to do it. Not trying to do it. Some will until they find something better. And I see that trend in football. I see some of these players. He was telling me that they're like that too. They're not trying to sacrifice. They're trying to make that money and done. They got a year that they want to play and they're going to retire. You see that with the even though the Pouncey twins, they played in the league quite a bit of time, but you see they retired. They could have still played, but nah, they were done. They made their money. They're done. So these players are not like they were of yesteryear. They're not. They're totally different. But Shador is ready now. I don't see him coming out. I know a lot of people see him coming out. I don't. I see him coming back his senior season. Travis is sophomore. I see them doing it again, and I see them even getting better when they go to the Big 12. I see a lot of good things in the Big 12 for them. And I wouldn't be surprised they be competing for that title as well, if not be in the conversation for the national title. He's going to get a lot more recruits coming in. It's only going to build, man. They got some recruits coming in this weekend, and it's only going to continue to increase with these 4 and 5 stars. He's going to flip a lot of 5 stars next year. I mean, after the season, watch. There's going to be a lot coming because they see it. They want a part of the action. Wherever he goes, the media follows. And the more popularity you get, the more chances of that NIL money going up for you. So they see the bigger picture here with Prime. Everything he touches gold right now. It's always been that way, actually. But NIL money, man. I can't remember. I don't know off top who's the NIL leader right now. I think it's I heard it's Nix. It's Bo Nix. That thing keep fluctuating though. First it was Arch Manning. No, excuse me. LeBron's son. It was him, and then it fluctuates. But these contracts are coming in. I like that though. I like that the players are maximizing off their popularity. You know, make that money. I'm all for it. You know, 2, 3, 4, $5 million before the draft. You ain't got to play football that long. You know, get you a max contract in the NFL, play that 3 years, 4 years, you be out. That's it. Retire. You know, that's how I see it. You know, yeah, that's how I see it. But getting back to this game, man, I'm expecting a blowout. I'm expecting a major one. But, you know, I can't take the other team lightly, you know. Oh, is Bronny number 1 and Shador number 2? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he's number 2 in the NIL, he's in no rush to come out. I wouldn't be, you know. I, I would still be trying to get better. There's a huge upside to him. He's only going to get better as the time go on. He's works hard, you know, so I could see him really, really getting better by his senior year. fixing, whatever he thinks he has to fix. I don't know. Some people say he hold on to the ball too long. He'll fix that. He'll fix that as the season. He'll fix that as the season go on. That's going to correct itself. Yeah, I think that's going to correct itself by mid-season. Yeah, holding on to the ball. That's not a problem. He'll fix it. He has a lot of weapons. So misreads and stuff like that, that'll correct itself in the in the film room. So yeah, man. I'm glad they 2-0. I'm glad they're 2-0, and we're gonna see what happened with this game. So I think I'm definitely gonna cover that point spread, but it's just how bad they're gonna beat them. We'll see. It's personal. He made it personal for no reason. I cannot think of a reason for him to say that. Can't think of it. He said when he talked to grown-ups, he take his hat and his shades. So what? What that got to do about the game, though? Okay, he keeps his shades on. Okay, I feel you. But what does this have to do about the game? What does it have to do about the game? The only thing it's going to do is going to motivate them to beat you more. That's it. I like how D-Max said, he said, I'm fucking around and made this personal. Damn. They don't made it personal, man. I can't wait. It's tomorrow on the East Coast time. The game start at 10 p.m. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be vlogging afterwards. Yep. He don't make. You thought the Nebraska game was personal. No. Nope. That wasn't personal at all. I was still trying to figure out why it was personal. I really was. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, what did he say was so bad? That was disrespectful. This one, I don't have to question it. The coach just came out. Look, I have to keep it 100 with y'all. He didn't throw no subliminals. I like that. He didn't throw no subliminals. He just straight up with the disrespect. He like, fuck it. What are you gonna do? That's what he said. At least he didn't throw any subliminals. So I give him that. But I don't think it's gonna help his team though. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We will see. I see Caleb Williams and them. They got a podcast. I was watching that. He got this like arrogance about him. Not arrogance like that. He got this confidence about him. Like, look, I'm the shit, yo. I don't care what y'all say. He was like, man, I'm about to mess around and win another Heisman Trophy, man. I'm just letting y'all know that. I don't know. We got a guy in Boulder that played both sides of the ball. And Shador, he gonna mess around, and we'll see how many yards he throw for tomorrow. I expect after this game he should be the yard leader, even though other teams got one game up on him. That's what I'm expecting tomorrow. Or he should be close. Definitely should be close. I like the fact that his quarterback rating is so high. He hasn't thrown any interceptions yet. So that's a huge upside, man. He makes good decisions. He make good reads. He throw the ball before the window closes. Sometimes he threads the needle. I love it. I love it. They don't even have all their weapons yet. That's what's crazy about it. They got some Louis luggage they haven't unpacked yet. They haven't unpacked it. They have more. I suspect in those big games, all the luggage will be on the field at some point. All that luggage will be on the field. Carmani too, at some point. But they bringing him along. I like how they doing him. They bringing him along. They're not throwing him into the fire. They don't need to. They don't need to throw him into the fire. Yep. But I like what I see in the little clips I see from him in practice. I like it. He's hungry. But they haven't unpacked yet. They haven't finished unpacking. They had too much luggage. After you come off a trip, you take like a week to unpack. Yeah, they not finished unpacking yet. Yep, they not unpacked yet. So they got some more to go. but we'll see what happens with this game. Some people are saying they don't expect McCaskill to play this game. They're saving him maybe for the big games, Oregon, USC. So we'll see. I can't wait to do my assessment on USC though. That running back they got over there, number 0. Yeah, he's a problem. The number 0 over there. Number 0, the one from I think he's from Delaware. He's from Wilmington. Yeah, he's a little bit of a problem, but and then Jerry Rice's son, they got Jerry Rice's son over there. I forgot they had him over there. But anyway, our defensive backs would be on him. I would love to see Travis lock him down or lock the freshman down. So I'm not worried about that and that right there because we got some lockdown corners. Travis will be up for that assignment. He really will be. And I suspect whoever Caleb he's not going to try to throw his way. Maybe he'll try to test him a little bit, but I think that he's going to lock down their receivers. That's going to be a good test for him right there. I can't wait for that game. That's a home game too. Man, I can't wait. If you're going to that game, bless you. Bless you if you're going to that game. Because I suspect him shutting somebody down. You said you can't wait for the USC game. That's look, all these games might mess around and be personal. But I don't see Lincoln Riley being disrespectful. I don't think he's that tight. Unless Caleb come out and say something out of pocket, unless he say something. But that team is pretty professional. I don't think they're gonna but we'll see though. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I forget the player when they were at the Pac-12 media day. Shador had his sauce out there. One of the players said something about it. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, that's it. I don't know if he was I don't think he was a USC player. He was from somewhere else. But I could see some of the players might say something that'll get on that bulletin board, but we'll see. But I like to let my game do the talking. I'm not much of a talker. But we're going to monitor it and see if somebody got some bulletin board material to make it personal. We'll see. But this right here, I don't think nothing is going to top what this coach did right here. Nothing. He straight up got disrespectful. Right? He don't allude to the fact that Coach Prime mother didn't raise him right, man. Now, I don't think you can top that disrespect. You can't top it. You can't top that. You can't top it. So that's crazy right there. I didn't know too much about that coach, really. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said they're gonna crack. Seem to be a trend. No. This team is not gonna crack. I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, who's gonna crack? Colorado or Colorado State? Now, if you say Colorado, the Buffaloes, they're not gonna crack. I'm gonna tell you why. They got too many coaches on that team that play in the NFL. They're not gonna allow them to crack. They're not gonna allow them to take this team lightly. That's not gonna happen. What did Warren Sapp say when he was out there? This team is well coached. And he said, you don't even get that in the NFL. Oh, USC? He said, you don't even get that in the NFL. This type of coaching that they're receiving, you don't get that in the NFL. That's how well coached they are. So, yeah, man, they're not going to crack. USC, I could see USC trying to take us lightly. I could see that. And mess around. They're going to try to thread the needle to Travis' way, and he's going to sit up there and get a pick 6 on them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You said we got to make him believe 50-0. Man, if they come out and score 50-0, that he might get fired. He might get fired, man. I would have to be. He might have to get fired. He might have to get fired, man, because this team don't need that type of motivation. They don't, because they well coached. It's not like they're gonna take this game lightly. They just want to have a friendly match. Both teams in the state. You know, you said Dion will be an NFL coach one day. He said well, I'm going off of what he said. He said no. He said he don't want to do it. He can do it. He's capable of doing it, but he said he don't want to do it. So we'll see. But I'm telling y'all right now, if he mess around and get this Buffalo team to go and win 10 games, they're going to kidnap him, yo. They're going to get him up out of there. There's going to be so many teams trying to get his services. It's going to be crazy. But he said he liked Boulder, man. He like it up there, so he like it. I like it. I think out of all of now that I look at this, that's the perfect spot for him to be at, man. I think it is the perfect spot. They pretty much gave him the keys. He did what he had to do. I kind of like it. It's the mountains in the back. The way, I like it. I like it. I like it. I think it's perfect for him. And I think he likes it up there, So from what I see, I don't know him personally, but from what I see, I think that's a good fit for him. The athletic director, he might be the damn athletic director of the year, man. He might be the athletic director of the year. Like, I don't see nobody else coming close. Like, last year the team was 1-11. So he wheeled and dealed and made a situation happen to where they 2-0 now. Yeah, he's the athletic director of the year. Yep. And if I'm a betting man, he receives some static for that. Some resistance from the money up there. He received some resistance. Like, I don't know about this. But now they ain't saying that no more. So yeah, I like this fit for Coach Prime. I do. I do. So we'll, it's only gonna get better. You said you said the Gators in 2 years. You said he coming to you must be a Gator fan. You a Florida fan? You're a Florida Gator. The Florida didn't they lost the game. They lost to Nebraska, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They lost that's the first game of the year, wasn't it? They played Utah, excuse me. Sorry about that. They played Utah. They lost to Utah. And yeah. You said rumors here in Tampa. The rumors only going to increase the more he keep winning. Like I said, he mess around and get bowl eligible. Yeah, teams are eyeing him. They're like, look here, coach. We got a major bag here on the table. And not only that, coach. If I'm the athletic director, I'm gonna try to give him an offer he can't refuse. Like, listen, actually, I don't think he's gonna leave. He wouldn't leave after this season. No, he wouldn't leave after this season. And I would say in the next 3 years, he wouldn't leave after this season. Because Shador and Travis and them, they just got there. And Shiloh has an extra year of eligibility. He has 2 years of eligibility. A lot of these players, a lot of these grad students that transfer there, they have 2 years left of eligibility for that COVID year. No, he's not leaving after this year. No, there's no way. That's not happening. I just don't see it. Maybe somewhere down the line, maybe, but not right now. He's locked up right now. He's good. But after it's all said and done, there could be a big program to come like, listen, coach, we're going to give you the keys to the city, just like they did. Okay. We're going to give you the keys to the city. We're going to fly you out on the best jet possible. We're going to roll out the red carpet for you, coach. Yep. We're going to do it. You know, I know people don't like to keep bringing up Alabama. I don't know why people keep bringing up Alabama. I mean, is Coach Saban, is he trying to retire anytime soon? I don't know. I haven't heard. Has he talked about retiring? I haven't heard that. But if he do retire, yes, they will try to. They will probably look at Coach Prime. Not saying he gonna leave, but you know. But what did what's his name? What did Stephen A. Smith just say recently? He said Colorado enjoying while it lasts because he's not sticking around after some year. He said that. Now he's just probably saying it just how we talking, just to be saying it. But you don't turn a program around like this. This is not luck. This is not luck what he's doing. There's a method to his madness. He did the same thing at Jackson State. He pretty much picking up where he left off. So this is obviously now the rest of the country knows that this is not about accident. He's really a good coach. So they know that now. See, first they wanted to wait. They're like, all right, let's let them get started first. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. Now they're like, oh shit. Okay, this is no fluke. That's what they're saying now. They're already talking about Shador in the first round. They weren't saying that at first. He got to prove himself first. He's at the Power Five. Well, Power Five schools were recruiting him out of high school. So that means he was good enough. If he was good enough to be recruited by Alabama, he's good, man. Because they did recruit him. They did. So now they said, we're just gonna wait till his first game. They're gonna go 0-2. They had us 0-2 already, right? They'll beat Colorado State. Yeah, they'll beat them. But let's just give them 2 years. Give them 2 years. That's what they were saying. But now they like, wait a minute. He's really legit good. So there you have it. There you have it. Their only job is to be persistent and consistent. That's it. That's their only job this season. To be persistent and consistent and just keep grinding. That's it. And tune everything else out. You know, that's it. That's their only job. So what? We see he already given them the mentality already. Well, I don't care if we playing USC. So what? We playing the man in front of us. That's what we're playing. We're not playing USC. We're playing that man that you're looking at in front of you. That's it. That's a method to his madness. He worked that psychology on these players, man. They feel like they can beat anybody in the planet. So there you go. Yeah, they had him 0-2. Remember? Yeah, they I even seen people giving predictions. That's why I told people don't give predictions because you're gonna look crazy. And I'm gonna remember. Don't give no predictions. That's why I said I'm not predicting. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I expect them to win all the games. That's how I am. People probably say I'm foolish, but so what? You gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else is gonna believe in you? That's the same thing with anybody. Ain't nobody listen, you ever notice your family and stuff, they don't believe in you until you hit a lick and then everybody come around congratulating you. But see, I'm the type where I keep it silent because I don't want nobody asking me for money. So I keep my shit silent. You know what I'm saying? I'm always doing terrible. You know what I'm saying? I got a few people in my family, they let me hold something type of people. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold something, brother. Let me hold something. So everybody should celebrate your success when it's happening. Nah, yo, I seen this right here. You got a lot of NFL players on that team that used to play in the NFL. They know how to win. I mean, what were they supposed to expect? You got two players that played on Florida State, right? That was starting. One didn't start, but he was getting a lot of major playing time. You don't think they can do that here? And they did that at Florida State. I don't understand these experts. Don't understand it. And Gant is not back yet. Brendan Gant. I don't know. You think he can't play well at Colorado? Of course he can. Of course he can. Yep. He just pick up where he left off once he heal up. What are he supposed to do? Come there and not know how to play? Of course he know how to play. What is that noise? Oh, neighbor out there. But yeah, they know how to play, man. But let me see. What other game I'm up for that USC game. The Utah game's at the last game, isn't it? I mean, Cam Rising should be back. I hope he be back. So good. I want to play them with him on the field. Mr. Cam Rising. You know what I'm saying? I want to play him. If I was Shador, I want to play. I want y'all all on the field. Because, I saw the writing on the wall at the Pac-12 media day, how him and Travis was all on the corner in the back. Everybody all into themselves. No, the dogs were in the building on the end. That was them. Y'all just ain't know what was coming. That's it. That's them right there. Talking about they underdogs. Talking about they lucky they win 3 games. I heard somebody say they're gonna win. They're gonna win 6 games is respectable. No, it's not. It's not respectable. No, it's not. 6 games is a fail. It's not respectable. They got to be close to 10. That is respectable. 6 games. Do you realize who the head coach is? I understand some people are too young, man, to remember Coach Prime. This man was 100% the shit. I'm just letting y'all know that. When he played on that field, you're gonna get a run back. Something is gonna happen with him on that field. He was the complete business. I'm just telling you. He was the complete business, man. He knows how to play. He knows how to win. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? Well, Shador got to prove. No, he do not. He already proved himself at Jackson State. That wasn't no high school team. Straight up, Jackson State had a lot of players on that team that was Power 5 people too. You know what I mean? So he had Willis Patrick on the offensive line. Where he play at now? TCU, doesn't he? And he's starting at TCU. The guy in Louisville, the wide receiver, he's starting. He was on the team. They got a lot of starters. Shane Hooks up at Auburn. He's getting major burn. They all were on that team. So yeah, man, they technically had a damn Power 5 team, man. They did. That's how good they were. He had Travis on the team, didn't he? Travis, Power 5. Shador, Power 5. Shiloh was at South Carolina for 2 years. Power 5. Ask Bo Nix about him. Ask him. Ask him what he did to him on them sidelines. Go ahead and ask him. Go ahead. Let him try to scramble this game. See it's going to happen again. Knocked him off. Knocked him in them damn sidelines. Yes, indeed. Laid a Ronnie Lott hit on him. He sure did. He lowered that shoulder. Boop. Got him right out of there. That's what's going to happen. I can't wait, man. I know I've been bumping my gums. I'm going to bump my gums the entire season. I'm telling you. Yes, indeed. The entire season. But I'm telling y'all right now, I close with this. If they go 50-0 tomorrow on that scoreboard, that coach going to get fired. I'm just telling y'all that. He might get fired. He might get fired, man. Like, coach, man. If I was the players, I'm like, yo, coach, man. Yo, Dig, look, we at halftime. The score is 32-0, coach. Like, coach, you did this. Okay? That's like, what's his name that poked at Jordan in the playoffs that time, said something to him. You don't do that. You don't poke Jordan in the playoffs. They see these type of players, they just looking for some disrespect. They looking for it. Them get them even more motivated. That's what, like, coach, look at us, man. We getting our ass kicked, coach. You know what I mean? If I was the athletic director, I'm like, look here, Mr. Coach. Check this out. You don't even have to go to the press conference after the game. Go ahead and go ahead and leave. We'll bring you your shit. We'll mail it to you. Go ahead and go home, man. We're going with the we're going with the interim head coach. You're done. You're done. We're going with the interim head coach. Okay. After the game, just don't even talk to the team. Just I'll talk to the team. Guys, we had a situation. It's a situation developing, guys. Well, Max, what's going on? Where's the coach? He don't got in his car already. Yeah, there's a situation going on. We're gonna pack his shit. The stuff in his office. We'll mail it to him. He's done. That score better not be ran up at halftime. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm telling y'all that right now. Y'all ain't got no Caleb Williams on that damn team. Y'all know what Caleb Williams did when he was at not USC. He was at Oklahoma. Y'all remember what he did? He wasn't starting that game, right? It was what's his name? Redhead was starting. What's Redhead name? He's at South Carolina now. Spencer Rattler. If my memory can serve me correctly, Rattler was the starter, and they were losing. They were losing by like 4 touchdowns. And then here come Caleb Williams. They subbed him, and here come Caleb getting in the game and came back and won that damn game. He did. And then followed his coach on to USC. The rest was history. They don't have that on the team. So if they down by several touchdowns, it's over. It's over. You know what I mean? It's over. If I was that athletic director at halftime, I said, look, y'all better come back. If y'all don't come back, your bags is packed. Okay, just go ahead and go home. We'll save you the embarrassment. Just go ahead and go home. I'll handle the press conference. Don't worry about it. Get out. Let me stop talking. Yeah, it's personal. Sitting up here alluding to the man's mother that ain't raised him right. Nope. What's up, Madea? Do you think his son could play for another coach underneath another coach? Talking about Shador? You said 6 is not a fail. It's a fail for me. I had them winning the Pac-12, man. That's just how I see it. I know I got them going. I got them winning every game. That's it. I know that's not, whatever, but that's how I see it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm okay with it, but yeah, I'm like, pack your bags. Don't work. No, we'll pack your bags and just go ahead and go home, sir. Go ahead and go home. Okay, go ahead and go home because we don't got the brakes beat off of us because of you. Now I got to go console our kids because you sat up here and want to run your mouth, and we got the brakes beat off of us. This, sir, the score is 60-0 out there, sir. 60. Shador on through for all-time Tom Brady numbers. Go home. Okay? Go home. That's what I would do. Since you want to sit up here and talk. That's crazy. See, because if not, they probably would have, blew him out. But then by the end of the third quarter, they would have just ran the ball, keep it respectable, have respect. And then, share pleasantries no, he ain't want to do that. He want to talk about somebody's mother. That's what listen, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to instigate. He talked about Coach Prong's mother, man. He did. That ain't got no place in football, man. For coaches, I could see the players sharing pleasantries about each other's mother. Because that's what, but not the coaches. Oh, hell no. It's personal. This personal. It's personal right here. I'm like, coach, all right, coach, we deep past the 50-yard line. Let me go ahead and take a late hit, bro. No, don't do it, Max. Let me take a late hit on that court. Don't do it, man. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. But expect a few skirmishes, man. Yep. Expect a few skirmishes. Because this right here, But if the players come out with respect, though, it's their coach that's the problem. I wouldn't, if the players come out, then so be it. They're still gonna get the brakes beat off of them, but run that score up. But afterward, it won't be no heavy penalties. But if they come out disrespectful, like, yeah, Shador, we congregating on your logo. What you gonna do about it? If they do something like that, then the refs gonna have to take over this game because it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, come over here with your Rolex, Hollywood, and see when you get smacked. Now, if they do something like that, then yeah, it'll be all the way crazy. You know what I mean? But he talked about that man's mother, man. He got some balls. I tell you that right there. He got some balls, man. To be that reckless. That's more than bulletin board talk. I'm done. Look at El Hombre Negro. He's a professional. He don't care. He's for whatever team that the Buffalo's playing. He's for that team. You are a prolific hater, I'm telling you. But it's all good though. I'm out. I'll see y'all after the game. After the game, now if the score is really ignorant, I don't know. I might see you at halftime, but I'll just wait till after the game. I'll wait till after the game, man. And I wish everybody safety. I hope nobody, no injuries, nothing like that. And play hard and have some fun. That's it, man. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully win a few dollars on the game. I don't know. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy y'all weekend. And I'll catch you guys after the game. You know it, because I'm gonna be right here talking. And it's just gonna be me and the Colorado State coach. That's what I'm gonna be talking about. But that's it. You say he ain't the 6'9" in college football. I wouldn't say that. No, he's not the 6'9". He just meant he just, it happens in football, but I just don't think it really happened too much with the coaches. It was just all disrespect intended. Straight up. Just some old-fashioned disrespect. Like, I disrespected you. What are you gonna do? We gonna come in. We ain't afraid of you, and we gonna win. That's what he pretty much was saying. Like, what you gonna do, man? That's it. That's it. Y'all ain't gonna call us out, y'all little brothers. No, we ain't your little brothers. We coming in, and we gonna come take a victory on your homes on your home turf. That's what he was saying. And he got personal with his mother. Now that's all disrespect right there. That's it. There's no way else to look at it. He said his mother taught him to when he talked with grown-ups, he take his hat and his shades off. What about Coach Prime mother, man? That's what he was saying. So yeah, that was ignorant, man. That's it happens. I just didn't think it was gonna happen with the coaches. But yeah. So only thing else left to do, the talking gonna be over after tomorrow night. It's time to play. It's personal. It's personal. You know you don't talk, you don't reference nobody, man, mother. You don't do that. It's personal. It's personal. That, again, that Nebraska game wasn't personal. That wasn't nothing. That wasn't personal. Because I was trying to figure out what the coach said. Like, all right, what did he say so bad? What did he say that was so bad? I missed it. This I didn't miss. This one is personal. And he didn't shoot no subliminals, not none. Okay. He said, you need to take your shades off, young man. That's what he was talking to him. You need to take your shades off and your hat when you talking to grown-ups. You see what I'm saying? It ain't had nothing to do with football. He just wanted to disrespect him. So tomorrow, guys, the game is at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. out there in Colorado time. What is it, Mountain Time? I can't remember. It's 8 p.m. that time, 10 Eastern Standard Time. That's it. And I'll be back. Hopefully, El Hombre Negro, hopefully be back. And then we'll have a conversation. Y'all have a good one now.